it's a pretty good gig.
Yeah. Now, is it, I mean, how's your family with it? Is it a big deal for them?
It's a big deal. It's actually probably the biggest deal for me because I'm a big fan of the show. So it's nice to be on something I watch on a regular basis.
Is it sort of surreal being on a show that you've watched?
It's surreal not only because of that, but working with Gloria Rubin, and like a couple of years ago, I had the biggest crush on her. So that was kind of bizarre now working with her.
Right.
Does she know that?
No, I didn't have. She does now. Hi, Gloria. How you doing?
And what other stuff you want to talk about? Movies, projects, anything coming up?
Yeah, I just finished this movie for BET called Masquerade, a little romantic comedy.
Is BET making movies now?
They are making movies
Have
now.
they been making movies?
Yeah, they've been doing it since the spring. They've been slated for 10.
Oh, but it's not been 5 years or something like that.
No, it's it's ground floor.
Right.
So
that's interesting. So what BET is doing is they're taking basically money from that they generate via the network and putting it into these projects.
Yeah. It's a kind of guerrilla filmmaking though. It's a bit independent.
Is it? What's the theme of the movie you're working on?
It's a romantic comedy. It's called Masquerade, and I guess the best way to describe it, it's a cross between You've Got Mail and Love Jones. So.
I didn't see either one of them.
Funky Tom Hanks.
But I saw the commercial for both of them enough that I really got a good idea what the movie's about.
Yeah.
All right, so ER Thursday nights, NBC, and we'll go to the phones and talk to...
Oh, that's fine.
Is that fine? Oops, sorry. Dar?
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hello to you, Adam, and Chris and Dr. Drew.
Hello.
Hi.
You. I have a oral sex fetish.
Oh.
All right.
Really enjoy performing oral sex on men.
That's great. And your question?
Well, Paul Lewinsky, I carry it through to completion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that men have a tendency to remember acts like this.
Oral sex?
Yeah, if it's really good.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you can say that. I don't know what I can say and what I can't.
All right. Well, what do you want to say?
I want to say that that men remember oral sex acts where women swallow.
Yeah.
And
we remember the Alamo too. There's a lot of stuff we remember. I mean,
what are you calling for?
Well,
hold on. Let's all just harken back to the days of our last BJ for a second. Let's all just relive that. Okay. Yeah. When that hobo fell asleep and you penetrated him, Drew, at the park. Remember that? Yeah. Oh. So anyway, Dar, yeah.
All right. Now, I really do like doing this. All right, and it's usually the first or the only thing I'll do with a guy, and then they're gone. I book out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Get your $50 and get out of there, right?
No, it's not like that. I just, I want to do that to them. And
all right, hold on a second, Dar. I want to talk to my male buddies for a second.
You want to gamble?
Yeah, we haven't gambled in a long time.
She got a lot of stuff going on there.
What's the gamble?
The gamble is...
I don't have a clear read on it, but there's something going on.
Chris, you got $1? You got money?
Yeah.
All right, get $1. We've done this on the show many times over the years, but I swear it's been 2 months since we've done it.
Oh, at least we haven't done an opening call in a
Actually,
long
you know what?
time.
I got a 10, but
You got 10. I'll put a buck in.
comers.
I'll put a buck in for you. That's cool.
All
right.
He'll take your 10.
All right. Here's what we're gambling on now. Dar's going to be tough because she's really out there, and she's going to be hard to nail down.
Defensive, yeah.
But when we talk to folks who have serious issues going on, what we try to do is figure out what their past is like. You know, we know her present is BJ's and her future is BJ's, but her past, what kind of environment did Dar grow up in? What created a woman who drinks semen like she was sucking out of a straw? You know what I'm saying?
Protein deficiency?
And she's got a lot of energy, and she just gives the oral sex, and then she scoots out of there, and she's got an energy to her, man. She's got a real energy to her that, and now usually that means something's up. But you can also take the bet that nothing's up. Mom and Dad are great. Nothing ever happened to her. Sailed right through high school. No problems at all. Well, that's not a bad bet because sometimes they won't admit stuff. and that's all we end up with.
Okay,
You see
okay.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
those are your options. All right, I'll get things started. Oh, Dad, geez, it really sounds like it's got to be a little sexual abuse here. Something with Dad. Dad's got to be Dad in here. She runs too. She gets out of these things. She gives the oral sex and then she splits. I'm going with Dad passed away, and some sexual abuse, but not by Dad.
All
All right.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Well, the whole thing with oral sex, I think, is a sense of control. You want to be in control. I mean, it's a very controlling. If you can
Yeah.
put it on a person, put that mojo on
Yeah.
a person. So I think
It's Blojo. by the way.
blowjo.
Yes.
Do you pat that? Blowjo?
Write it down. Put the little TM by that.
We'll use that again tomorrow night.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that there's, in her past, there was definitely a lack of control and some sort of wanting some sort of attention from her father, attention she never got from men.
Okay, so maybe Dad wasn't around, Dad didn't pay any attention.
Right.
But no alcoholism, no sexual abuse,
No,
no
but the
physical
sexual
abuse.
abuse, but probably feeling a sense of feeling powerless with her father, having no
Okay.
control over it whatsoever.
Interesting.
I agree. Well, describe that scene. I totally agree with him, by the way. But what would that be? What form did that take?
Maybe
Was he just working all the time, never available? Was he beating up
that
mom?
would work. Yeah, I think that would work.
Beating up mom?
No,
working.
not
Not available.
being available.
All right.
All right, Drew.
I'm gonna go with the I get the same deal, but I'm going a little further south and say heroin addict dad that took off and
Oh, yeah.
really chaotic in the early years.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're probably right with the control thing.
Yeah.
Dad out of control,
Yeah.
she couldn't control the guy. Interesting. All right. Dar,
All of I hate to tell you this, but all of you are right.
we're all right.
All right.
Yeah.
What happened? Okay, so tell us about your dad.
My father, my parents divorced when I was 6 months old.
Mm-hmm.
The time I met him, I was 13.
You met your dad when you were 13? Uh-huh.
And mainly because of friendship, I wanted to get to know him as a friend. And he didn't want to do that. He wanted to basically try to get back together with my mother and not give me any of the financial support that I
Tell us about him a little bit, though.
put out. He should have put out some more financial
But tell us about him. What was he all about?
To be honest with you, he was they divorced because he was a Vietnam vet.
Yeah. Was he an addict?
An addict?
Yeah.
I don't
Or
think.
an alcoholic or something?
I think that he had some drug problems in Knob, maybe, and that he had a definite psychological problem because of that.
What was the drug he used? And
I think that he was really into marijuana.
okay.
I was also for a few years, but I'm over that now. I've been clean for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And I started having.
Traded the bong in for a dong, though. That's the problem. Well, I'm really getting a lot of good word rhymes here. Yeah.
I was blowing a guy long before I was blowing on a bong.
Okay. All right.
Y'all are wrong about that. Now my grandfather.
Just don't use my ass as a carb. That's
Your
what I
grandfather
say.
did what? Grandfather what?
My grandfather passed away when I was 7,
Yeah.
and I was raised by my mother, and
Did somebody sexually abuse you?
and her. Pardon?
Did somebody sexually abuse you?
No, I.
Oh, Adam.
I
It's a dollar.
I gave my first blowjob when I was 13.
Yeah. Nothing before then.
No, not even French kissing. It went,
All right. So nobody, no neighbor, no family member, nobody ever
No.
messed around with you.
I tried to kiss me when I was 5 or 6,
All right, so it's
Who
again,
tried to kiss her?
touch me or anything like that. And
Who tried to kiss you?
it was a guy I was dating when I was a little girl. He was 11, and I was 5 or 6 or something. And
You
he
were
tried,
dating at 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't, it wasn't French kissing or anything. And
So
he
he just came by on his big wheel, and they'd pick you up, and you guys go out and park it somewhere.
Oh, my mom and my grandmother took us to go see Love at First Bite, and he just ducked me behind the little partition at the last row and kissed.
Hold on a second. Talk to my friends again.
Whoa.
5, it's hard for you to, it's hard to, you can't really sit up in a seat right when you're 5, can you? I mean, 11-year-old.
Well, and what was the mom taking?
Kid's winning-
What was
winning-
the movie?
Love at First Bite.
Doesn't sound good.
That
for a
old
5-year-old.
That
Hamilton?
George Hamilton was in
yes,
that. Yeah,
yes.
that's what the cause is. She saw a George Hamilton movie when she was too young, and she's scarred.
That'll do
Who
it to
was
you.
that tan man with the fangs? Dar?
There he is.
All right, baby.
So we got a feel for Dar.
All right.
None of us were right, but Cress was getting close.
Yeah, so I
At an early
all right, so what happened?
I also started studying the occult at an early age, but I don't think that's has anything to do with it.
It's just your aggression. Your anger.
Okay. Hey, Dar,
What?
Shouldn't there be a little more something? Shouldn't there be a little more here, though? I mean, your dad's split, and I understand that, but you're 6 months old. And he came back and he ignored you, basically, right?
Yeah.
And your grandfather passed away. Was your grandfather like your dad when you were young?
Yeah, I always Daddy.
What called him Daddy? Ooh, I might get 50 cents out of that because I said Daddy passed away.
Right.
I didn't say who Daddy was.
Now, what do we do for that? What's the question?
I don't
Dar?
know.
What is the question?
I don't know. Dar, you got some issues, baby, right?
I know, but all right.
All right.
My main question is there something? There is a dominance thing. I think that guys are never going to forget a good blowjob, and they'll remember me for the rest of their life. I can even come with references, and and I want to know: is there something wrong with me having this dominance kick with oral sex?
Well, we've sort of sleuthed out where the source of all this is, and you're putting yourself in harm's way in terms of sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a destructive, and it also keeps you away from more real relationships. You have yet to really develop a human connection. You're acting out this repetitive pattern of compulsion that acts out this need for, as Cress pointed out, power over a male as a way of feeling okay about yourself.
Dar may
but
need
it's
some
not real.
medication, too.
Oh, by the way.
Dar, are you on anything?
Am I on anything?
Medication.
Any medication?
I'm I've been on Phentermine for the past 9 months.
Phentermine?
Phentermine.
That's speed.
Medication.
That's speed. That's amphetamine.
Oh, that's why you're with that. All right, Dar. Hey, a little therapy, right?
I've never been done.
Well,
Get into that, would you?
Dar, if you think you're in recovery right now, think again.
Because that's speed.
You're on speed.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Marijuana addicts always switch to speed.
They do.
Yeah, speed or alcohol, but speed is the common one.
Yeah. Well, boy. All right. So, you know, what people do on this show is they pick one particular behavior, such as oral sex, and they go, am I nuts because I like to show a guy a good time?
Forget about the speed,
and you go, no, but you're nuts anyway. I mean, blowing a guy don't make you nuts. It's just coincidence that you're nuts and blowing guys.
Well, it's this strange preoccupation we have with our culture that you can have abnormal behaviors in isolated areas of your life.
But everything else is fun.
Everything else is perfect.
Right,
perfectly normal, perfectly natural. No,
right.
No,
yeah.
no.
Dar's really got some.
There's a context.
She's got some stuff brewing. Oh, we'll leave the money out.
That's a push, right?
That's a push, yeah.
Okay.
James?
Well, Cress close. For a first timer, he should get an award. Give him a
He's got
butt for
some
that.
real good instincts.
Yeah,
He scares me now.
Watch out now.
I think he's reading into my soul now. James, you're 26.
Yeah, hi guys.
What's up?
I have my wife on the other line actually. I'm calling because we're kind of having a problem. Well, we've been married 2.5 years, and we have a great relationship. I mean, there's a lot of trust there and a lot of communication and everything else. And we just had a baby daughter 6 months ago. We're kind of having a problem, though, with sex, and it's pretty much been a problem since the beginning of the relationship.
What's your wife's name?
Megan.
Is she there?
So Megan's there?
Yeah.
There you are.
Hi.
What's the problem with the sex?
We're just incompatible when it comes to. It's not that I don't have sex. We just are different in things that we like.
Well, how's that?
Frequency?
Well, frequency and I don't initiate. I basically just lay there.
Right.
It's kind of boring or whatever. And
It's boring?
Experimental.
Has it always been boring, or has something changed?
No, it's pretty much always been that way. I don't think that when we got together, she'd ever been really close to a guy before, and I think that we both thought it was a thing about her being able to get comfortable and be really comfortable with me.
Okay, so hey, Megan, are you religious, or did you ever have something done to you sort of against your will, or what's up with you?
Well, I'm not religious. And not really. I mean.
Well, give us the not really.
You ever feel like you're taken advantage of or something?
Well, I had been with a lot of guys before I met him. You know, none of it was really that great anyway, but I had been with a lot of guys.
Well, at least none of it was very good.
Yeah.
And but what does that mean? So why is that a factor? I mean, someone who's been with other partners, you would assume would like sex.
You would think so.
Yeah. So you were with other guys just for other reasons other than sex.
I guess I think a lot of I was with other guys mostly because I kind of felt obligated to be with other guys.
Yeah.
By what? By whom?
I mean, you kind of feel like you have to sleep with them sometimes. But
where's Dad?
I don't talk to my dad.
Why not?
We just haven't spoken, and since
Why?
Okay. So it's like, what, his jaw's broken, or what's the matter? What do you mean you just don't talk?
Yeah, we're gonna halt. Oh, okay, good. All right. Well,
Oh, thank God. I swear to God, my throat was getting sore.
jeez, I thought there was something with Dad.
For a minute, we thought there was an issue or something there, but it turns out you guys just aren't talking.
well, okay, he sexually abused me whenever I was younger.
There we go. We're getting somewhere.
Asleep, so I don't actually have any knowledge of it.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You may not, but your brain does.
Well, maybe so.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's a pretty heavy thing.
You got to get some treatment for that.
Have you gotten any treatment for that?
Yeah, I've seen about 4 therapists, and, 3 of them didn't believe me, and one of them tried to hypnotize me. So.
We actually went to, for this problem, we've checked out, I mean, we've tried to go every avenue to try to help this, and we even went to see a therapist.
Well, keep going. This can take a couple years of work just to get going.
Oh, this is serious.
Yeah.
It not only is your dad molesting you, but when he's not molesting you, how great a guy is he? You know what I mean? You're living with this guy,
Right.
a man who's looking at you in a sexual way. I mean, could you imagine what that is?
And James, I think the reason it's so disturbing to you is that it's not that she's not engaged or active physically with you, is that she probably just checks out when you guys get physically intimate, because that's the only way she can manage being physically intimate. You understand?
I think that,
James, is that accurate?
Yeah.
I mean, she's just not there.
Yeah, that's the way she dealt with it.
That's the way she does it. Otherwise, you'll be dealing with overwhelming feelings, and that's not good either. So you got to get this out in tolerable doses in a therapeutic setting so she can get through some of this.
Hey, Megan?
Uh-huh.
And maybe you want to see a woman therapist. That may be a good
maybe
idea
just,
for you.
Maybe not couples. Maybe just,
Yeah.
making a chance to get through this. It's tough stuff.
Yeah, this is a big thing here, Megan. You got to deal with it.
Okay.
For your daughter, she wants a sane mom, right?
And a stable relationship. You want you guys to last a long time. And both you want to, too, and you should.
All right?
Okay.
All right, good luck there. Oh, boy.
Wow.
You always get to something.
They always want to wait to, reveal it.
When do you think they'd want to put it up front?
Yeah, I love it. I love it when they sort of scroll through their mind and say, any trauma, anything when you know it?
I was abused by my dad, but
When I was sleeping for 12 years.
I would speak to him. I shot him when I was 12, but
Yeah, we don't talk. That's a good answer, though. It's like me and my dad, we don't speak. How come? Because we're not talking. Well, yeah. Okay.
But you know what's interesting is that people, I think, by now know what our line of questioning is going to be. Why don't they just put it out there for us? Just lay it out.
I gotta make it hard.
Yeah, it's like the cops show up at your house. You got blood smeared all over you. Your girlfriend has been stabbed 270 times, and your DNA spread all over the place. And then the cops call you in for questioning. What do you think they're going to do? Did you do it? No. All right. Have a good day.
Great.
You want to take that coffee with you? Have fun.
I was playing golf at the time.
That's right. All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. Cress Williams is here from ER, and a damn good guest, I got to say. Right up on that microphone. Very jovial, helpful, intelligent, and a damn good gambler.
Money.
Yeah, he's got a pocket full of money, too. We'll see if we can get him to part with some of that money after this.
Loveline, Carolla and Dr. Drew. Phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
Loveline is brought to you by Car Toys.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Cress Williams is our guest tonight. He is on E-F-N-R. The best best TV show on, well, I shouldn't even say, I'll just say best TV show, because then when I say on TV, then it sounds kind of redundant. That's NBC Thursday nights, and Dr. Drew is here. He's on the worst show on TV, which is Loveline. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the best show on TV, Man Show tomorrow night, which is tonight if you're on the East Coast and you're hearing the show on a one-day delay. Okay. That's what I wanted to say. All right.
Whatever.
10:30 on Comedy Central. Oh, I hope my dad's listening. My my family has they don't really know that I'm on TV.
Right.
I think I was talking about you with this off the air.
No, you talked about it on the air.
Was I talking with Ronnie?
Oh, no, you're talking about your dad.
My dad,
I wanted to give a guy a referral.
Here's the conversations I have with my family. It's great. They're huge fans of my work. Such huge fans. They don't know what station I'm on or what time. Or remember when my dad wanted to do the radio show Friday night about 7:30, and it's like, hey, Dad, the show ain't on Friday night. It's Sunday through Thursday, and 7:30. Show starts at 10. My dad said to me yesterday, he says, I got this friend, Ronnie. He's over in Philadelphia. He's an old friend of my dad's. Real funny guy. And I got this other show, The Man Show, and maybe Ronnie could do some writing on it because Ronnie is he's a funny guy and he's a nice guy. I mean, but Ronnie has to get a feel for the show. So could we send him out some tapes of the show or something so he could review the show? So, because Ronnie, it's hard to write for a show that you haven't seen, obviously. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe I can get a couple of video cassettes and send it out to Philadelphia, and Ronnie could look at it. And then it dawned on me. I said, wait a minute. Ronnie has a TV set. Yeah, my dad's like, yeah, what kind of harebrained scheme is this? I said, well, why don't we tell Ronnie to watch the show? And he says, the show's on? And I said, yeah, Dad, the show's on. And he said, all right, what channel's it on? And I said, it's on Comedy Central. Okay, fair. And what time? And what night? And I was explaining, okay, it's Wednesday night. It's 10:30. It's on Comedy Central. And my dad was, amazed and surprised. And he was like, okay, all right, well, we'll tell Ronnie to do that. And I thought, then I always, it's very natural if you come from the Carolla household to have these kind of conversations.
And think nothing of it.
You think nothing of it. And then you hang the phone up and you think, why is your dad saying what channel is the show on? It's not like he's calling from Cameroon or something. He's got cable. He's home. He should know, shouldn't he? All right. God,
issues.
Hey, they are out of it. I got
family issues.
Oh, now I got them. That's the problem. Jessica. 10:50.
Let's get through some calls here, shall we?
What channel? Wow. You're 15. What's up?
Yeah, my boyfriend, he acts really weird. Like after we have sex, he wants to take my panties, and he wants to keep bras that I have, and
yeah,
it's just something that really scares me a lot. And
how old is he?
He's 16 and I'm 15.
Does he seem screwed up in any other department?
Not necessarily. I mean,
well, what do you mean, not necessarily?
No, he just draws pictures, and they're kind of weird sometimes. But
like what do they have?
Just of people. Most of the people don't have legs. They have looking like little nub things.
Yeesh. I always drew tank treads where legs would be, but
Did you really?
I was like 9, yeah, sure. Everything had tank treads when you were 9 in drawing.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
All right, so Jessica, because we're going to try to get through some calls, is there any other thing you want to tell us? He sounds a little whacked out.
Is the relationship okay?
Yeah, we've been together for almost a year. And
yeah, he scares us too a little bit, but
what does he do with the underwear?
I don't know. I've asked him before, and he just kind of goes off into something else, saying, well,
he probably either wears and or fondles them.
I don't.
How do you fondle underwear? Listen, you pick underwear up, you're fondling underwear, aren't you?
You can get it up to your nose.
That's true.
Cress is scaring me.
All right. Hey, Jessica?
I've revealed too much.
Are you using protection during your sex?
I am.
You are? All right, keep that going. Cause
what are you using?
It's
serious.
I'm on birth control, and then every time we use the condom.
Good. Because this guy doesn't seem like good breeding stock. All right?
Okay, is Blink-182 going to be on Thursday?
Thursday. They're going to be on DrDrew.com that night, too.
Ice-T tomorrow night. Yeah.
Log on 8:30 Pacific time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be
And then just get your fill of Blink-182 and not tune into the radio show?
I'm going to be living with them that day. They're going to be on the television show. They're going to film a TV show with us. Then I'm going to do a webcast with them, and then they'll be on the radio show.
Right. And then it's back to the bus for oral sex for all the guys. Right, Drew?
Back again, yeah.
That's right. Tony.
Hey.
You're 17. What's up?
Yeah, I have a problem with acne. It's kind of been a problem for the last year or so. It's been kind of all over my face.
Have you been treated?
No, I haven't. I've been, using some of the stuff like Oxy or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff in the shower and washing it, and I've been trying like aloe vera.
All right, here's what you can do. You can use Neutrogena has an acne soap that has salicylate and salicylic acid. You can use that. And you can use the Persigel or the Oxy preparations, the stronger one, the 10s preferably. And then that's it. If that doesn't work, you got to go see a dermatologist.
Well, I live in a pretty rural area.
Then see a doctor. There's so many effective treatments for acne. It is absurd for anyone to suffer from this at this day and age.
Nothing you can do at home, though? I mean...
Well, just what I said, and then that's it. And it sounds like if you have it in your neck and it's getting into your back, you may need Accutane, which is an extremely effective way to cure acne, frankly.
Stuff that burns it, kind of?
No, it changes the way your pores function, so it goes away forever. There are multiple things that dermatologists can do. They can use antibiotics, which is a common way. They can use antibiotic lotions. They can use Retin-A. Sometimes they will use. Sometimes they'll use
all right, but
Accutane.
Here's the deal with the zits. It's genetic. It's not about how much chocolate you're eating.
It's not about diet that we can tell.
It really isn't. No. And when it comes to just sort of cleaning yourself and scrubbing yourself and all that stuff...
Tends to make it worse.
Tends to just aggravate things.
The more oil production, more irritation.
Squeezing and pinching, not a good plan either. But what does work is that Oxy-10 or that 10% benzoyl peroxide stuff.
Work.
Just cake that stuff on at night. It'll dry things right up. And if that don't do it, then you got to go see the dermatologist, or if you're in a rural area, well, they call it the skin doctor.
Family doctor.
Right. Understand?
Jeb.
That's right. Go see Jeb, the skin doctor.
A family doctor's fine.
All right, Tony?
Well, and there's I tried lavender oil.
Tony? Hey. I don't know how much clearer I can be about this.
Hey, Tony?
Right,
Tony the Tard? Are you listening?
I got it.
All right. Quiet down and start listening, would you?
Thanks a
Jesus
lot.
Christ. All right.
What is that?
Lavender oil.
Oil would be bad anyway, wouldn't it?
Again, let me just kind of review this for people. Doctors can have access to strong medicines. They would never treat themselves. Why is it okay to, people who are not trained to make a diagnosis, B, don't have access to appropriate treatments? Why do you insist on treating yourself?
I don't know, but Drew and I have spoken about this many, many times, and Drew gets upset each and every time, Cress, which is... no, when it comes to questioning the doctor, although he's no fan of the zits, I was a carpenter. That was my former profession.
This kills me.
And people, when I tell them, here's what you got to do, and here's how it works, and you must, it's an exterior door, it's 1 3/4 inch thickness, you use 3 4-inch hinges, you mortise in the hinges, the strike plate, blah, 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 you put a bevel on the strike side and the butt side so it doesn't bind and it shuts, blah, blah. No one says but. They're all ears. They just nod.
Well, they don't understand.
Supreme Court justices just go, "You're a genius," and they never question. But Drew, who's allegedly a doctor over here, he'll talk to some 15-year-old and tell him exactly what to do, and then they go, "Yeah, but I read in High Times."
You put feces on the zits, it clears them up.
People are very accustomed to questioning doctors constantly. Right. Everyone has a better way of doing it. My aunt, now she didn't have much formal schooling, but she had, one thing she knew was weeds in their application.
It's got to be, I was at a symposium today about sort of problems with young people and all, and it's got to be the last 30 years we spent really a great deal of time dismantling authority. Right. Authority is wrong, no matter what.
Yeah, I think...
And people lose because of that.
I think doctors in the 30s, 40s, and 50s were considered...
the man.
Yeah, but the voice, I mean, this is the final voice here. And then somewhere around the 60s, doctors became the man.
Yeah.
And they became these shills for drug companies.
Right,
and they're trying to talk you into this and sell you that. And don't believe them, man, because there's a Chinese guy, man. Now, he was thrown out of China. But the good news is he's in West L.A., and he's going to give you some herbs, man.
Yeah, and it's amazing. We need to sit back and think about this a little bit. Just think, folks. Just use your head.
Right. Doctors are your friends.
Not all, but mostly just guys have special training. Women have special training. They're trained to help you. That's it.
Like any job, whether it's electrician, plumber, or doctor, people went to school. People learned a trade. People who you should then listen to.
Right.
Unless you know more, but you don't. I guarantee it. James.
Yo.
You're 26.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
This is my girlfriend and I had an incident a few weeks ago where the condom came off inside of her while we were having sex, and we didn't realize it until I came and I pulled out of her and
no condom,
just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
right. And then you did that trick that I do where I pull it out of their ear.
Yeah,
and the women
love that.
And everyone stands. There's always like a smattering of applause from the gallery.
Exactly. So what happened was this.
So do you get the morning after pill?
told her, I was like, well, there's a morning after pill. So I called my doctor, late at night, and they gave me the on-call doctor. And I asked him, what I could do, like if he could prescribe it, if I could go somewhere. And he told me, oh, no, they did away with the morning after pill like a year and a half or 2 years ago. And I'm like, well, I never heard anything like that. And he said, no. And I was like, well, what can we do? And he's like, the best thing you can do is just pray.
Oh, my God.
He was a doctor?
Oh, my God.
No. So I figured I had myself, like, a really religious doctor who didn't believe in, anything. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. And I was wondering, do you guys get that a lot? Do you ever get people that...
I cannot believe the level of misconception and lack of understanding of the science behind emergency contraception. First, and also even the lack of understanding of the basic terminology. You say morning after pill, and people think, are you 46? They think an abortion pill. We are talking about emergency contraception, which is the exact same pill that's in your birth control pill, same hormones, taken after contraception in slightly higher doses, that works in precisely the same way as it would work if you were taking the pill. That is to say, the effectiveness of the morning after emergency contraception correlates precisely with suppression of ovulation, which means there never is a baby, there's never a conception. If you conceive, you get pregnant. That's the way it goes. But it does substantially reduce the risk of pregnancy if you use it within 72 hours.
I just can't believe he told me that.
I'm sorry. I am really sorry that happened to you. She's not pregnant?
No, because I didn't believe him. When he started telling me that I should pray, then I was like, well, this guy's probably just telling me that. So I got smart next morning, and I actually called a clinic, and they were like, yeah, bring her down,
Good for you. Good for you. Listen, this is the way it's supposed to work.
All right, see, once again, atheists coming in and saving the day.
Right, baby.
All right, maybe this guy was just some janitor, was working late night.
Yeah, you sure it was the physician you're talking to, and not some sort of middle person?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a physician. I've actually gotten him before a long time ago on an on-call when I had
it would behoove any patients that in the future interact with him if you wrote him a little letter to bring him back up to speed with how this stuff works.
I was thinking about telling my normal doctor, about the incident because he knows him.
I would do that because I don't think this guy's going to drink in that letter.
You don't want it to happen to anybody else.
I know, but I don't think you're going to stop this guy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy. Yeah. When is
we got a break going here, James.
How come the word will not get out about morning after pill or emergency contraception?
It's a very strange thing. I want to get more involved with them again.
You do?
Yeah.
Pregnant teenage girls?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get more involved with that element of society too. Wait, I want to talk to somebody.
You just talk to him.
Oh, okay. Well, I could talk to the operator. All right, let me just sell the next call, Drew. Come on, find a good call on there. That one? Yeah? His girlfriend? Okay. All right, here. Yeah? Tim?
Yeah.
Tim, you're 17? You and your girlfriend want to get married?
18.
You're 18.
She's 17.
She's 17.
Yeah.
You want to get married and your parents say no?
Well, yeah.
Is that true?
Huh?
Is that true? Okay, and you want to convince them?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to go commercial here. We're going to take a break. We're all going to reprioritize. That's what I want to do. And actually, I'm just going to prioritize because I never did prioritize in the first place. And Cress Williams is here from ER, and we'll be back after this.
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on Loveline in just a minute or two. Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yep. All right. Cress Williams is here from ER Thursday nights. NBC. Ice-T will be in here tomorrow night. Blink 182 Thursday night. And 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone. And when we left off, we were sort of having a conversation with Tim.
Beginning to have one.
Tim is 18. Girlfriend's 17. He wants to get married. Tim?
Yeah.
Why do we get married so soon?
Well, I mean, I had, exes, who I thought I cared about, but I didn't. Then I met her, and, I went through a lot of things, and she's always stuck by me, where nobody else has.
Well, that's still not grounds for marriage.
You know, and
It's grounds for a nice, long relationship, and maybe someday when you're of an age that marriage is a reasonable and important part of your life moving forward. But, I don't know you. I'm not your parents. I don't know your girlfriend, and I'm saying no.
That's right. I don't know Drew, and I'm not your parents, but I'm saying no, and Cress doesn't care, and he says
Yeah,
no.
I don't know anybody, but 18, I'm saying no.
That's right.
Listen.
How old is she?
she's 17.
Come on.
Yeah. Hey, Tim,
Huh?
it's a ridiculous notion. It really is. Here's what I want to say to you, Tim. And here's what I want to say to everybody. It's all right to know that you don't know everything at 17, 18, that you got some growing up
It's
to do.
important to acknowledge that.
Right. And here's the thing. I don't blame anybody for not having the answers at a young age. I blame them for thinking they have the answers at a young age.
Right.
You tell me, hey, I'm 18, I'm 17, life's just beginning for me. I got a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of experience to gather before I can make mature and adult decisions. I'm saying, fine. But when you say, I'm 18, I know what I'm doing, I love this woman, we're getting married, I guarantee that ain't the way it's going to work out. And that's fine. Just listen to me. Everyone will be fine. So we're putting a kibosh on the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the statistics are, but 18 and 17. And here's the thing: what could be the harm if you guys are deeply in love in
waiting?
Wait 5 years.
What is the hurry?
Right. It is somehow people.
No.
What? I'm at the wrong line here, Drew.
3.
Wait a minute, I just hit 3. What happened?
Oh, she hasn't. I do 6.
All right. Jesus. Jay?
Hello?
You're 27.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I just wanted to ask Dr. Drew about a new relationship I'm in for a few months now, and it's going actually really good, but just a couple questions because she's a recovering addict.
What drug?
I think mostly speed.
How long into recovery?
5 years now.
Okay.
And I'm just not sure how to handle some issues because...
Like what?
Well, in our relationship, like, everything's good, but there's still some issues that she has to deal with, I guess, that kind of keeps us a little far apart.
Like what?
Her other boyfriend?
No.
Her husband.
Boyfriend. There's, no, nothing like that.
5 years? Has she been clean and sober for 5 years?
Yes.
Just a few relapses, though.
Couple relapses?
No, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
I mean, to me, like, she is a normal person, but, I'm just...
What are the issues?
Just that, right now that it's... I guess some things are kind of harder for her to get serious about it and bring me into a part of her life. She has a daughter from, previous marriage and stuff, so...
Hey, Jay?
Answer the question, Jay.
No, here's the deal, Jay. This doesn't have much to do with her recovering addict status.
No.
This is 5 years. Reagan was in office when last time she did speed. This is about her not being that serious about the relationship, not wanting to push it forward that quickly. I mean, whatever she's recovering from, this ain't the issue.
A recovering addict, well entrenched in their recovery 5 years, can be a very emotionally healthy person, really.
I guess my question is more of, like, how should I deal with, because she's heavily involved with her recovery. And,
Great.
It's a big part of her life. And
Great.
I don't know anything about it because I'm not...
All right, you go to Al-Anon or one of those codependency recovery groups while she goes to her meetings.
So I should do something like that?
Oh, yeah. If you're really serious about it, it'd be good for you. And you get a sponsor, and you work the steps.
How long have you been going out with her?
For about 3 months.
3 months. And what... do you see her twice a week?
Well, at least, yeah.
Do you want to move the relationship to the next step?
I guess I just want to be more, be part of each other's lives.
She's keeping you at arm's length?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So you're jealous of her relationship with the recovering community?
I wish I was a little more part of, more of her life, that kind of thing.
Well, maybe she needs that for herself, and you should have a piece for yourself, and that'll be your recovery piece.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Let him do it. It'll be good for him.
All right, but he's just taking up a chair over there. Meanwhile, there's some kid who needs to sit down because both their parents were alcoholics and they're abusing them for 14 years. Meanwhile, you got Jay over there, wants to get laid, and he's filling up one of the chairs.
That's fine.
All right.
Nothing like that. We have a really good relationship.
All right, Jay.
Pretty healthy.
Jay, but never rule out the possibility that she's just not nuts about you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And ask her for an honest appraisal. She'll give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a certain sort of bottom line when someone doesn't want to spend that much time with you.
Right.
They just don't want to spend that much time with you. And you can chalk it up to, they had a rough childhood or they're recovering alcoholics.
But just don't bathe.
Could be that, I'm going to have to start factoring that in.
For you.
Yeah.
Go right, I don't know.
Mike?
Yes.
You're 30.
Yes, I am.
What is
up?
Yes, am I on?
You're on.
Hey, I wanted to say that I love the Loveline, long-time listener, and I also like to watch ER.
Cool, thanks.
And I had a quick comment for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I listen to talk radio a fair bit, and there's another program that's syndicated here in Albuquerque, and she likes to talk about how the morning after pill and RU-486 rather in the same sentence.
Yeah, they're totally different. I mean, could not be more different.
Well, I absolutely understand that, and unfortunately she's on a delay, and I hear you guys live.
Mm-hmm. So you can't call her up and complain, huh?
I have no way to do that.
Well,
that's all right.
Call up, send a letter, do something. I mean, straighten them out, because really, that is... I appreciate you calling, Mike, but that is, to me, an infective agent. You know what I mean? That is a force that can really have a negative impact on something that is the sort of core issue today, which is people having kids that are unwanted.
Right.
If we can impact on that in a meaningful way with a product that we all agree is not an abortion agent and actually prevents abortions, what the F is going on here that we can't just move on as a group and do
Yes, and this is, just to be clear, this RU-486, stop me if I'm wrong here, Drew, is a highly experimental drug out of Europe.
And
It's
toxic.
caused toxic. It's caused millions of deaths in Europe and has only been on the market for 4 months in France.
Chris, he's not.
Is that true?
Chris is like, what?
Or,
that is not
or
true.
is RU-486 something that's been around for 15 years and used with great success and no complications or death?
It is the latter, but there's such confusion. I don't even want to bring up RU-486 at all until I've clear that people understand and have heard the morning after pill, what it is, why they need to have it, and how it works. The RU-486 will be a different discussion that will come down the line in about a year or two once we've established.
It's been around for a long time.
Not in this country, yeah.
Well, that's my point.
Well, there's a major... no, it isn't.
No.
Not RU-486. Morning after pill is available, and that works differently. There is a major thing coming down about that within a year.
There is?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I know the American Medical Women's Association is getting involved. There's some people that think it needs to be available.
Here's really the problem, is the people that think it should be available are pussies, and the people that don't want it to be available are big mouths, and that means it's going to add 20 years. You have one sort of cowering majority, and you have a very loud minority, and that causes trouble. Listen, all you screwballs, if abortion is legal, and for the time being it is, then abortion in a pill should be legal. End of discussion.
I don't see why not.
It's been used in France and Europe for 15 years. It's completely effective and completely safe. And we shouldn't be discussing it. It's not a moral issue.
Well,
it's a moral issue if abortion is illegal. If abortion is legal, it's like saying, I'm sorry, I have a cold, but who cares if, like, alcohol's legal. Who cares if it's scotch or beer or what shape the bottle is? If it's legal, it's legal.
All
and
right.
if it ain't, it ain't.
We gotta go to break.
Damn it.
We gotta go.
You pussies, stand up for yourselves, you pussy left-wing atheists. You're such a pack of pussies. You make me embarrassed to call myself an atheist. You really do. You're just a cowering, just a bunch of cowards.
Let's go.
You really
Good
are.
night. Bye.
All right.
Loveline will be right back.
It's Loveline. 94.7 and
All right, it is Loveline. We have to take a 10-second top-of-the-hour timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
radio
station.
94.7 and We're not human beings. Portland's New Rock Alternative.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Cress Williams is our guest tonight from ER. 10 o'clock on Thursday nights, NBC. And when we left off, well, I don't want to get to that just yet. Ice-T tomorrow night and Blink 182 on Thursday night.
Coming right from tomorrow night, right from tonight, straight on through.
Ferris next week. John Popper from Blues Traveler will be in here. Blues Traveler's great. John Popper's great, and he's always a good time in here, always brings his harmonica. He's just a ton of fun, and he plays that thing, and I'm jamming with him. So be prepared for that Tuesday. Lou Diamond Phillips, and then Tara Reid and Ron Livingston, who are in a new movie.
Are they just on the TV with us?
Well, no, yeah, they did TV with us. Tara Reid just got done doing American Pie movie, and Ron Livingston you'll recognize, although that is on the radio. Yeah, she's they're doing what is that new movie they're doing, because they changed the name of it and it drove me nuts, but it's coming out and it's good, so I'll figure it out for the night's over. Anyway, Cress Williams is here tonight, and that's all that counts, at least for another like 54 minutes. Then we're going to forget all about it. Monica?
That's who?
You're 19.
Right.
What's up?
Well, basically, I'm 19, and for the past 3 weeks, I guess almost a month, I've been having dinner every night with this guy. He comes over and he cooks dinner for me. And it's a really intense relationship in a lot of respects. I mean, we've talked about, physical intimacy and sex and marriage and kids and everything. But the thing, and we go grocery shopping together.
He's not into any of that?
What?
Is he, okay, are you having a physical relationship with him?
That's exactly why I'm calling, because nothing physical has happened.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I'm a little bit, it's really intense, like we have intense discussions, and we see each other every day.
But what do you mean this guy comes over and cooks dinner every night?
He comes over every day at like 5:30 and starts cooking dinner.
Oh, okay, I see. So he comes over and cooks.
What?
Is he a good cook?
He's a really good cook.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I've asked every question I can think of.
You want to get your aptitude test out?
Let's see. You know what I love about our listeners? They will actually repeat the exact question you asked them in a slightly different order.
As an answer.
So what's with the guy who comes over every night and cooks? Well, the deal is he comes over and
every night and cooks.
And he cooks. Yeah.
5:30.
What is my dad doing in Israel?
That's a totally different thing now. Now we're in a different realm here, and I have a whole new list of questions for this shocking revelation. Monica, so you've described this. Let's put it this way. Let's suppose I was telling you this story. What would you want to know?
All right, well, is she a lesbian? I mean...
Oh, there we go.
All right, is he a lesbian? No.
I don't know, I guess this is kind of...
No, here's my question. How do you know the guy? He just shows up and cooks.
Right. No, he's actually the cousin of a good friend of mine, and we just ran into each other on campus one day.
And how did it work where he started coming over? Did you ask him over? Did he invite himself?
No, we both have kitchens. He just likes my kitchen better.
Oh, okay.
And,
let me write that down. Both the kitchen. I'm going to write BK, both kitchen.
Does he have track lighting?
Yeah. His hood fan does not suck as much volume as hers, so he comes over because he does a lot of frying. Hey, Monica, here's what I'm trying to get at here. Do you think he likes you or you liked him when you...
The thing, I think I am attracted to him.
Right, I'm into that. We understand that. What's in it for him? Do you understand? You guys met, you talked, he comes over.
That's why I'm calling, because he's really cold in terms, like physically.
All right, but wouldn't you assume that he's interested in you because he's coming over every night?
No, because nothing has happened yet.
What does he tell you about what he wants to do in life and this kind of thing?
No, well, he's a graduate student. He's 27, by the way, and he's a graduate student in economics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in college, and he basically just wants to become an economist.
Okay, now what about going out and doing anything other than cooking?
To do that.
What's that?
He refuses to do that.
Why?
I don't know why. We haven't really talked about it.
Well, he's an economist.
What does he tell you about what he wants from life and relationships? You said you discuss all these intense...
Yeah, he just wants to get married and have kids. And we talked about even, like, what to name the kids.
All right. Well, in most male-female kind of friendships, there usually is one person that's into it and one that's not. Because if it weren't that way, A, there wouldn't be the friendship if somebody wasn't into it, and B, if both were into it, there'd be a romantic relationship very quickly.
Hey, Monica, why don't you push things along? Here's what I want you to do.
He's not into it.
I know, but he's coming over every night with the cooking.
How long has he been coming over?
How long has this been going on?
At almost a month.
Almost a month.
He hasn't tried anything.
not a
I mean,
thing.
he assumed this is a friend.
This is an economist, though, Drew. He's having trouble operating.
Have you tried to take the reins?
Hold on a second. Hey, Monica, you have this very annoying habit of speaking while other people are speaking, and I can't hear your first 3 words. So just wait until the person's done and then pipe up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
So have you tried to take the reins?
No.
All right, here's what you need to do, Monica. You ready? You need to, next time he comes over, you need to say, you know what? Tonight we're eating out, and it's my treat. And you're going to a restaurant, and you're going to flood him with booze, and you are going to plant a kiss on him. And if he don't go for it, that's fine. You know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
But I want you to undo his bow tie very slowly and pull his pocket liner out. And I want you to take his glasses off. I want you to take the Band-Aid off from the bridge and then slide them onto your nose and look naughty while you're doing it. Oh, man. Hey, it must be horrible to be on this earth and not be able to read people's intentions at all.
Or be honest with yourself about what you're seeing.
Right.
Let it in.
Just ask.
I get the feeling he may be interested, but he may be introverted. And, you know, we know, okay, but hold on. We talk to guys all night long who are basically, they're 14 and they're having sex with 3 chicks and blah, blah, blah. But there's a whole segment of this society that does not call the show, or that does on occasion, that is very introverted and has a lot of difficulty making a move. There's a lot of guys out there that have trouble making a move, and the problem then becomes they get dug in. I mean, once you go over there and cook dinner, by the time you go over there for the 15th time and cook dinner, you're dug in now.
You're in the That's all you're doing. You're cooking dinner.
You're going to have a hell of a time making a move. Even if she likes you and you like her, it's now become weird.
Right, they'll never get out of that.
But for a 27-year-old,
it's sort of like this. If you're eating with somebody and they got like a crouton stuck to the side of their face, say something while they're eating the salad, because by the time you get to the dessert and you're telling them, you then can't say anything because it's like they go, hey, man, that was 2 hours ago. I've been sitting here with a crouton stuck on the side of my face. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to make your move early. This is why I don't even have conversations with women anymore. Just oral sex. I immediately go right for the sex, the oral sex, like a dog. You know, like we're running up to another dog. Skylar?
Hi.
You're 16.
Yeah.
That's the sound it makes.
Okay.
Especially when they're wearing corduroy. Go ahead.
Questions. First one's for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I was seeing this guy, and, like, whenever I would go down on him, I would teabag him. Like, I'd suck on his, his testicles. And his skin, like, you know when you're in the water for a really long time, how your skin gets kind of wrinkly?
Yeah.
His testicles were like that all the time.
I'm sorry for laughing, Skylar.
Yeah. He needs to be airlifted to the hospital. I've never heard of this.
Oh, my God. What would that... My God.
You're saying his testicles look like... the
wrinkled up prunes.
Prunes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Asked, what's wrong with him? He's like, nothing.
Oh, my God. That's gross.
Yes.
Hey, I had my mouth on him.
My testicles, and I know I speak for Drew and Cress when I say this, looks like polished marble.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Polished marble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could dump you could throw a handful of axle grease at it. It would just slide right off like
bead?
mercury.
Does the water still bead?
Water beads on it. No hair, brand new. Is if it like a balloon with 300 pounds pressure in it. Yeah, this is bizarre. So you're saying, is there one wrinkle or is there more than one wrinkle?
It's like more than one.
Oh, my God.
It's like there's been too much moisture on them or something. Something's wrong with his testicles?
That is almost bizarre. Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm into any of this because I'm not, but could this guy be an alien? I mean, is he human? I guess is what I'm asking. Seriously, I'm not into this, Skylar, but do you know anything about his past?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know where he's from, do you?
Well, he was, I know he was a virgin, like, before he met me or anything. And he'd never gotten head.
Maybe he comes from Virgilac. And he never gotten head either. Well, of course not. Not with this disfigurement that he has between his legs. I'm sure that would make any man self-conscious. Could you imagine?
Blue balls, maybe?
All right, I'm going to stop it. Skylar,
Yeah.
we're screwing with you here, all right?
Mhm.
Have you ever seen a man's testicles before?
Huh?
Have you ever felt or seen a man's testicles before?
Uh-huh.
Well, just that one, though, right?
No.
You've seen many sets?
Not many, but I mean, I've seen more than one.
Okay, well, you're describing normal testes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't...
Skylar, normal. There's something just under the skin there called the dartos tunic, which is a wrinkly apparatus.
Because I've never seen anything...
It's normal.
Okay, I also have a second question.
Yeah.
All right, but you need to catch him coming out of the sauna. It'll straighten out just a little bit.
All right.
All right.
The question is, that guy I was just talking about, I was dating him for like 2 or 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got in contact with...
Well, I know what the question is. Turns out the end of his penis discolored, sort of a reddish-purple color.
Oh, he's got
Thinks you may have slammed it in the door. All right.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
right.
And there's a strange scent coming from his backside.
Okay. So he got in contact with one of my, ex-girlfriends. I was friends with her a long time ago.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's friends with her boyfriend.
All right.
He met her.
Mm-hmm.
And she told him that I had been giving blowjobs out to guys on the football team in high school. And it's true.
It's not true.
No, it's not.
Okay.
And he believed her.
Well, after the thorough teabagging you gave him, you know.
Teabag?
And then after a while, I had the guys that I so-called gave blowjobs to call him up, and they told him it wasn't true. And then finally, 2 weeks after we'd broken up, she confessed to him that it was a lie.
Yeah.
He's been coming back to me, and I don't know if I should take him back.
All right. Hey, Skylar?
Yeah?
Everything good? You're doing a lot of teabagging early in life. It's not always a good sign. Is Dad around?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah.
Lives in the same house with your mom?
No.
Of course
They're
not.
divorced.
Does he take care of you, though?
Yeah, he does. My mom and him are still friends.
Okay. And he doesn't drink or anything?
No.
Just a little tea every once in a while?
He doesn't drink anything with caffeine in it.
Teetotaler. All right. Hey, Skylar?
Chamomile only.
I worry about this guy because he broke up with you based on some sort of hearsay from some jocks.
Yeah.
And then when the guys called him, boy, that's a conversation. Hey, Larry? Yeah. This is Stu Jackalwitz. I'm inside linebacker for the football team. Skylar did not blow me. Okay? Thanks. I got other calls to make. I got to call other folks and tell them I wasn't blown by him. But, for what it's worth, I wasn't blown. Okay, now I got to go. I mean, that's
bizarre.
A nice conversation. All right. Wrinkles in the...
teabagging.
In the balls there. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
You know what? The whole teabagging concept did not exist when I was 16 years old. I don't think a scrotum had been put into a woman's mouth before 1985. I don't think it was done.
That makes sense.
I really don't.
Certainly not 16-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, it happened one time in a motorcycle accident, but it was inadvertent.
Somebody at the symposium I was at today asked an interesting question. They said, what does the next generation look like? The 4-year-olds now, they're going to be 16. What are they like?
All I can think of is, rectal probing. Things that aliens do to people. I could see that going on around the 7th and 8th grade, yeah. Tanya?
Yes.
You're 29.
32.
All right.
Wow.
The reason that I'm calling is I've been sexually active since I was 16, and during that period I have had 4 abortions, and I'm quite ashamed of myself for that, but I am getting ready to have my 5th on Thursday.
And why is it you don't use birth control?
I don't use birth control.
Why?
I tried using the pill early, in my late teens, early 20s, and it was very difficult for me to take the pill regularly, and so it seemed like I was constantly menstruating.
And so why don't you take Depo-Provera or one of the other options?
Well, I also have a problem with the hormones that you're putting into your body.
Why?
Birth control.
Why?
told me that, it's relatively low risk. And
There's no risk. In fact, they've now shown there are health benefits to women to be on it. Less ovarian cancer, less uterine cancer, less bone demineralization, less risk of pelvic inflammatory disease. I mean, there are significant advantages to being on it.
Less abortions.
The risks of abortion, I mean, that is a serious deal. Talking about risk to your health, and pregnancy is a risk to your health. These are profoundly dangerous, potentially dangerous situations, as opposed to something that has so far only health benefits. Help me understand that reasoning.
Well, I guess I've been, ignorant in my mindset against birth control pills. I also smoke, and I know, in reading the inserts for birth control pills, the list...
There's something to that. There's something that's a reasonable thing to...
pack a day.
Yeah, that's a reasonable reason.
But it seems to me like you just really haven't wanted to be involved with birth control as much as you should. I mean, especially considering someone who's going on her 5th abortion here.
Shall we bet?
All right, let's do some quick gambling.
Hold on
a second. All right, that $3 is out there. It's burning a hole in Drew's pant leg because I know he's staring it down and he wants it. That's God bless Drew. That $3, it could be $3 grand on there. He wants it. He wants it. That's weird, because he was raised by his dad who would steal. It was so cheap he would take corn off of bingo cards and he would. He'd take a kernel of corn off a bingo card and then take it home and cook it.
Pop it.
And he'd pop it. That's right. All right. So, yeah. So, let's gamble. What is up with Tanya here? She's 32, on the 5th abortion. There's some issues going on, and...
I think there's something major going on.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what it is, but something.
Well, spit it out. Give me a good one. You wanted to gamble. Now, come on, don't do that.
A physically abusive, chaotic family system. But Dad abused kids and Mom, physically.
Really?
And alcoholic.
Oh, good.
Alcohol.
Cress, what do you think?
She's an enigma to me. I don't use a condom. I don't understand 5 abortions and the thought of birth control.
Well, where'd it come from?
Okay. Channel.
I like Cress, that's right.
Abuse? What kind of abuse? What kind of abuse?
Sexual abuse.
Okay.
Sexual abuse.
I'll go with sexual abuse.
Just let it ride at that.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay, sexual abuse.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with just a little bit crazy. Nothing particular with the parents. Maybe hippie parents.
No. Well,
no.
Hippie drug addict parents, I'll give you that.
Okay, that's what I'm going with. Hippie drug addict parents. Is that Tanya we're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanya? All right, what's your past like?
It's quite colorful.
Yeah, see.
Parents were divorced at the age of 2. Don't even remember them being together.
Why'd they divorce?
A lot.
Why did they divorce?
Well, I know my mom was pregnant when they got married.
Why'd they divorce, though?
They haven't really discussed particularly.
Okay. What else was crazy?
So my mom, both parents remarried. My stepdad did.
Sexual abuse.
Me. Yeah. No sexual abuse.
He what
Physical?
He beat me with paddles, belts.
Got it.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. What else?
That lasted for about 4 years, and then he moved away to start a business venture. And I think that pretty much set the stage. I was a juvenile delinquent for a number of years, experimenting with drugs and partying and clubbing and that whole scene. And then I started to kind of mellow out in my early to mid-20s. And, now I'm a career woman and
all right.
own a home. And, so I'm somewhat, responsible. And I've turned my life around. And I don't have a relationship with any of my parents.
You're still acting out, though, in your interpersonal life, Tanya. You really need to deal with that abuse you suffered growing up. And it's great that you've been able to create some competency and refocus your life and reprioritize and get your values straight. But your relationships are going to be full of chaos until you deal with this. And that's what they've been, haven't they?
But I don't really feel any inner animosity as a result of that.
Because it's all walled off. You're not going to get anywhere near it. It's going to take quite a bit of work to get that. That's a furnace that's burning, fueling all this chaos, and it's away from your consciousness now. And it's going to take a while to work that out.
All right, who went with the physical abuse?
Right here.
Right there? And, all right, let's just give Drew the money.
You can see we wanted it badly.
He really was eyeballing those dollars.
I got it.
And that's $2 for me, by the way. It's too big bucks. I'm taking Cress's buck back.
All right, that's all right.
Because you wouldn't want to take a
the
buck
real
from Cress.
gratification is winning it from you. So
That's right.
That's
All right,
about
you
it.
bastard. I hope you buy something like a
tea
tainted churro or something.
I forgot to see if it was an alcoholic dad too.
Alcoholic stepdad?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the guys that deliver the beatings, turns out, are
Yeah,
drunk most of the time. Tanya?
Yeah.
Alcoholic stepdad?
No.
No?
How about the first dad?
My real father, I would say, is an alcoholic.
Okay.
He's
All right.
sloppy drunk though, but he's
All right. I just knew that was there.
Really? You sure the second guy wasn't a boozer?
No.
Didn't drugs or pot or anything? Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, he seemed like a pretty straight guy, but on occasion we would come across like a little pot here.
Yeah.
Later in life, I came across, a Coke stash.
There you go. Because your mom wouldn't just hook up with one alcoholic. She'd find another one.
Right. We know moms. Listen, this is shows kid tested, mother approved. We know we know mommies, and when we know patterns, and we know that if a woman marries an alcoholic guy, the next guy she hooks up with most likely will be an alcoholic, and we also know her dad was an alcoholic.
Right.
That's what we've learned.
Break.
All right, we're going to take a break. Drew is going to quickly get his newfound fortune into the market. He's going to call his dad. They're going to buy a kernel of corn and scurry off in the corner like squirrels. We'll be back after this. Nate, Loveline, got Drew all fired up tonight. He is out of his shell. I wish he'd get back in it. Cress Williams is our guest tonight from ER. That's on the TV there on Thursday nights on NBC, 10 o'clock. And got a movie coming out. What's the name of the movie again, Cress?
Masquerade.
And that'll be out
in February for BET.
All right, so hit the theaters. Well, you don't have to go tonight.
It's actually a TV
get
movie.
there tomorrow. Oh, it's a TV movie.
Yeah, it'll be on BET.
Oh, so BET, it'll be on BET. I thought BET was getting behind features.
I think they have talks of doing that later on in the year.
Okay, all right. Man, well, it's a good way to start. Make a TV movie and put it on your station. All right, Drew?
Yep.
You all right?
I'm here.
Here we go. Peter?
Yeah, how you doing?
You're 23. Good.
Yeah, I just got a little problem. When I have sex, I don't know, I just come too fast, no matter what I do.
And is this with every girlfriend every time your whole life?
Every girlfriend.
Uh-huh. And how long before you orgasm?
It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, and that's about it.
Uh-huh. And do you kind of freaked out by it?
Yeah, it's starting to bother me.
Yeah. Here's what I'm starting to realize. Everybody sort of has their own clock in them. And whether it's premature or it ain't for 2 hours, it's sort of, you get your own clock sort of put in you at some point, and sometimes it's put in you by your uncle in the basement,
Yeah.
and sometimes, but most of the time, it's just kind of your clock, your like sexual clock, and there's not a ton you can do about it, but here's a good way to compensate. Double down on the oral sex on her.
Yes.
Because speaking of the clock, my thing is you punch the sexual clock the minute you start anything. Not when you start having intercourse, but if you start the oral sex, you can punch the clock. You can go down and have oral sex for 15, 20 minutes, then come topside and have an orgasm in 3 minutes.
And you're a stallion.
You got like 23 minutes of sex in there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, but, I just, you know what I'm saying?
You have been.
How often do you have sex?
Like you didn't have to be like...
That's the other thing to double down on, right?
The amount?
The amount of...
Yeah, how often do you have sex, Peter?
Like maybe a couple times a week, like maybe twice a week.
So you have a steady girlfriend?
Yeah.
All right, now, is she open to kind of working things out with you?
Yeah, definitely.
What about masturbation, let's say 20 minutes before the act?
For you.
For you.
That's what you think I should do?
Well, I mean, you just kind of do the math. I mean, let's say you masturbated a half hour before you had sex.
Okay.
Then when you had sex, wouldn't it take you that much longer to have an orgasm?
Definitely.
It would.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, there you go. Try that. And make sure and, really get a tube sock and sponge yourself off pretty good before you then go have sex after
You don't want to
masturbation.
clue her into what you've been doing?
No, I'm just saying, it's just, common courtesy to your partner.
Yeah.
All right, Peter, and here's what I would do. I would adjust the period. I would start, here's what I do, let's say. I start with 45 minutes to an hour before we had sex, and then see if that added any time to the sexual experience. And if it didn't cut into it much, I'd go down, I'd keep whittling it down. Get down to 15 minutes.
You got to figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work.
I think if you have sex more often, it also helps in the timing.
Yeah, although he said he's been going at it for, at least it's set up on the screen. He's been going at it for 10 years, and he's had this problem every single time.
Just the clock.
Since he was 13.
Although, I'm surprised he never came up with this plan. You know what I mean? All right. I'll eventually, if it keeps going this way, you just jam a number 2 pencil down your urethra and break it off. That's what I'll do. You'll come in like an hour and a half, and you got to get out of the way because the pencil will take you out. You understand?
Ejaculating.
All right. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
you're 20.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out, how to get my friends to kind of lay off my back about a relationship I'm in because it's kind of long distance right now.
Yeah.
And, I knew the guy before he moved away.
Where did he move to?
Huh?
Where did he move to?
He moved to Arizona,
Where are you calling from?
Oregon.
You're in Oregon. Okay.
What did he go down there for?
It's for business. I don't really want to get too far into it.
Well, this is all pertinent. I mean, they may be telling you, hey, it's long distance, don't hang out for that, but there may be other reasons that they're
Yeah,
saying
he's
it's not
opening a
working.
meth lab out in the desert, and your friends are trying to be nice. What business?
No, I mean, he has some stuff he has to take care of.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there are issues.
Like bench warrants?
What?
Like warrants for his arrest?
Yeah, that's basically what he's taking care of. And I know what he's doing, and we've been really honest with each other, and I knew him before he went to
So it
Arizona.
has nothing to do with him being in Arizona, Elizabeth.
Well, it's just he hails from there, and last time he was there, he shot at some state troopers, and now he's
Your
gotta go
friends
back.
just don't think he's a good guy, and it doesn't sound like he is.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly the situation. They put me on trial because they think I should be looking for somebody that has more of a straight record and somebody more for a marrying type.
I don't know,
Has
kid.
no record.
Yeah, chicks can be so catty. It's like just because of a guy's got a couple aggravated assaults on a long rap sheet, they try to steer you away from him. Mainly, I think they're jealous. I think they want him for themselves. This is how women are. Very catty.
Right.
Very catty this way.
Yeah, I don't know, a simple way.
What does he have some aggravated assault on his rap sheet there?
No, it's really minor stuff.
Right.
It's just I don't know. It's not like it's that big of a deal, and we've been real honest and open. And
Forget the open and honest. Was your dad a criminal?
my dad, no, not that I know of.
Not that you know of?
Do you know him?
Yeah, I do.
You know your dad?
Yeah.
That's a strange answer to that. Ad, was your dad a criminal?
I have never known of any criminal.
You never have.
If there's anything I don't know.
Hang on a second. Adam, your dad a criminal?
No.
Okay. That's how most people would answer that question. Cress, dad a criminal?
No.
Okay.
Not that you know of is kind of a weird answer. Do you know of it? I mean, do you suspect?
Well, not really. I mean, he's had some minor car accidents, but I mean.
Not really.
No.
What do you mean car accidents?
What do you mean not really?
Did he run? We heard sirens.
What are you saying about your dad, Elizabeth? What do you mean some minor car accidents? Tell us about your dad.
He's just a really distant guy. So there's not really.
Has he ever been in jail?
See, the thing is, it just wouldn't surprise me if somebody said to me, and had actual proof that he has been in jail. That's all I'm saying, because he's very distant from me, and I don't really know him all that well.
Listen, I didn't know my grandfather from Philadelphia very well, but that doesn't mean I think he's a criminal. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a dicey, deceitful, shady character, your dad, right?
Kind of.
Okay.
And that's what you're going for.
Elizabeth, don't fight us. God damn you. Waste half the goddamn show trying to get you to admit the truth about your dad. Well, what a surprise. You're going out with a guy who's magically in Tucson, and he's there because there's a bench warrant, but he's a real good guy. But what an amazing coincidence.
And what a sort of non-empathic quality in her friends for them to wish her to have a guy who has got a lesser record.
Yeah.
Imagine a straight record. Imagine her friends.
Hey, Elizabeth, come on, sweet pea. Come on, wake up. How is it that we figured out your dad was that kind of guy?
Patterns.
There you go. Really look into this.
Dysfunctional patterns. Patterns that people need to break out of. Patterns that cause pain. Patterns that lead people down roads of destruction.
Okay, and patterns that lead to more kids with no dads. Dads who are incarcerated while the kids are being raised by mommy.
And by the way, it's a circle. It's a circle of life. It's a pattern that isn't static. It's sinking. It spirals down.
Right.
It doesn't just circle on one plane.
Right. Yeah, it's not a holding pattern. All right, there, Elizabeth. Well, there's your answer. Break up and find Jesus Christ. Melissa.
Yes.
You're 20.
Yes.
Wow.
20 years old, and I am just now sexually active as of like the last month.
Okay, I'm going to win my dollar back. Okay. I got the little voice. I got the sexually active, horribly sexually abused.
No, nothing like that.
Come on.
You lose your dollar, but I am stressing out a lot because I haven't had my period, and
stressing out a lot can make you not have your period.
What's that?
Stressing out a lot can make you not have your period.
Well,
but don't you have to miss your period to stress out a lot first?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Drew, catch-22.
Well, I guess my problem is that I've always been very, very irregular, and I went to go get put on the pill, but I can't get on it until I've had my period. And so I'm kind of waiting around for this, and I've taken four pregnancy tests just out of being a stress case. And
when did you say you lost your virginity, though?
About a month ago.
Was that your only encounter since?
Oh, no.
Nothing since then?
No. There's been stuff since then.
When was your last sexual encounter?
Probably 5 days ago.
All right, so were you using any kind of contraception then?
Condoms.
Why were you a virgin for so long?
Because I hadn't found anybody I cared about.
Really?
Yeah.
I can believe her. Really?
Didn't sound too convincing.
You don't believe me?
You got that little girl voice, Melissa. It always makes us so nervous.
No, I'm for real.
Nothing?
I just hadn't found anybody I cared to.
Nothing weird with nothing when you were young?
Well, probably the main reason I waited so long is I have some health phobias, and that's probably my biggest problem.
Eating disorder?
No.
What health phobias?
Huh?
What kind?
Obsessive compulsive.
About what?
About what? I've had it for as long as I can remember. The washing the hands, the counting. It's gotten a lot better since I was young.
And I haven't found anybody I cared about.
What's that?
And what?
And I haven't found anybody I cared about.
And you haven't found anyone you cared about.
We knew that was not the answer.
Right. It's sad, but when we talk to 20-year-old virgins who aren't, sort of religious fanatics, there's always, I don't know why, but we never believe I haven't met someone I care about. Because when you're sort of normal, healthy, and unreligious, you find someone you care about every summer, every Christmas vacation. Right. Every 3 or 4 weeks, you start caring about somebody.
Yeah, and if there's usually a very, very specific reason.
Right, and this is that. Now, how does this disease? How is it created, Drew? Is it created, or is it a biological
probably
event?
A combo. It's a biological event, but it's a defense strategy that some people utilize.
Well, is it somewhat genetic? I mean,
yes.
There's
oh yes.
mental health disorders or whatever you want to call it within my family.
Sure.
I've got a depressed mother, I've got a brother with ADD, I've got a schizophrenic uncle.
Okay. Are you on any medicines now?
I was on Luvox for a while.
Luvox is a real good serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
It made me, I felt like I was on some serious drugs. I mean, it just made me...
Are you on anything else now?
No.
Okay.
The only reason I didn't get on anything till about a month and a half ago is because it got worse again once I moved out and my routine changed.
So are you on medicines now?
What's that?
Didn't you just say I got on medicines a month and a half ago?
I'm not on any medicines right now.
You got off them a month and a half ago?
No, probably about 3 weeks ago. I only stayed on it for 2 weeks.
Did you hear what I heard?
No, listen, I tune out. I don't listen to our callers.
This is one of the things about OCD also is that there's a lot of disorganization sometimes.
Hey, Melissa?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you should get back on the meds. or find one that works for you, right?
Yeah.
And as far as a pregnancy goes, you got to take a pregnancy test, and then you'll know.
Well, she took 4 of them.
She took 4. All
But
right.
her last sexual encounter that was 4 days ago.
All right. So listen, you have another 9 days or something to wait before you can take your next one. So don't have sex for 9 days.
Okay.
Join me in my quest not to have sex for the next 9 days. Won't you, Melissa?
Yeah, maybe, but
Okay.
I mean, how safe are condoms? Are they?
Yeah, they're good.
They're good used properly.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you the only way you they work for sure. You have to tap them 4 or 5 times before you open the container. You must walk around a light post a couple of times.
And what's the chant you have to say?
Nam Yoho Renge. Yeah. All right, Melissa. Jesus Christ. Listen, a couple hundred years ago, they just take that whole family out, wouldn't they?
Stone them.
They just stone them. You have a pox. The entire family is possessed by the demon.
You know what? Let me just before you go. We try to make light of things like this as a way of making them accessible and digestible. But I believe that people with mental illness would be offended if we didn't say this is serious stuff and people suffer with this, and it's not meant to belittle what it is. I mean, Melissa is struggling with a serious biological thing, and she's struggling with it. And
Yes, but
she needs to keep good humor about it, though, too.
She needs to get on her meds.
And she needs to take meds.
All right, we'll take a break.
This is Loveline. Loveline will be right back.
Asshole.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Duke. Dr.
Whoa.
Duke. Cress Williams.
Dr. Dookie, huh?
Dr. Dookie. And Cress Williams is our guest tonight. He is from ER, Thursday nights, NBC, 10 o'clock. And let's see if we can burn through some calls. David.
Yes.
You're 20. You and your girlfriend have warts.
Yes.
And your girlfriend wants to stop having sex so they don't spread?
Basically, yeah.
Whoa. What does that mean? She already has them.
Well, I've had him for we've been together for 9 months now, and I'm in love with her, madly in love with her. I can hardly control myself around her, and it's the same way with her. I mean, this is like someone I could.
Okay, but
we got all that.
You both have warts, right? So what is she worried about?
She's she just doesn't want to have them all the time.
She has them. There is no on. She has them.
She has them, right?
That's it.
But what we're both getting treated. We're getting zapped with liquid nitrogen.
Right.
She has this cream, but I don't know. I was kind of careless about it, and she was really kind of careless about it, and we let them get I don't know about how bad they can get, but I mean it started out really small, like a couple warts, and now it's just like a whole mess of them.
Right. They spread on your body, but you don't give them back and forth.
Right.
Right, so your contact has nothing to do with it.
It's funny when people agree with you, but you get the feeling they don't know what you're talking about. I just want to make sure. So do you understand that, David?
Do you understand? Well, so the more it really has it's just a continuing cycle.
It's she has the virus, you have the virus. Let's forget about warts. Let's say HIV.
Okay.
You're HIV positive. I'm HIV positive. Hey, let's get it on. I don't get more HIV positive because we had sex again.
So
well, there's a little bit of that, but
what about what about warts?
It's not significant. It's that the warts need to be controlled and they spread if you don't control them. That's all.
All right, so have at it.
Yeah, just control them properly.
Good. Hey, you're both in love and you both have warts, and
enjoy.
Have at it. Yeah, Sarah.
Hi.
You're 17.
Yes.
You can get aroused alone, but when you're with a guy, you're not into it.
Right.
And you want to know what's up with that.
Right.
What do you mean aroused?
I don't know, like the feeling you get down there. I can get it by if I'm thinking about future plans or something like that with my boyfriend or something. But
right, but when shopping push comes to shove.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so do you have sex with your boyfriend?
No, I just lost my virginity tonight, but.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeesh.
Well, congratulations. Now put your hymen on the phone. I want to find out what it was like.
You're 17, though, and so to have ambivalent feelings about the actual experience would be normal.
Well, the strange thing is that I have them when I'm not with him, but then when I'm with him, they can't be found.
All right, well, here's the deal. Have you ever had any loss in your life? You worried about getting too close to him?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just,
Well, it's 17.
Yeah, I think it's
Fine. All bets are off.
How old
with
is he? How old is he, by the way?
He's 20.
Pushing a little.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know he was 20 when we first started going out.
Yeah, maybe this is your instincts telling you something about him.
Well, some things bother me about him, but
Like what?
well, he's an alcoholic.
But so is your dad.
No,
Mom?
no.
Come on.
My family, no.
Nobody?
No.
Oh, well, that's why you want to break
Then
up.
that's right. That's why you need to get out.
All right, good. Then you can get out. It's not a turn on.
Well,
I mean,
I don't really want to get out.
Uh-oh. Come on, who's an alcoholic?
I'm getting attached to him.
Dad, a drug addict, not necessarily alcoholic.
Oh, none of the family. There's no smoking. There's no drugging. There's no alcohol. Nothing like that.
Well,
Was there at one time?
Huh?
Was there at one time?
No.
nobody's sober.
Everyone has been sober in my family.
Right, but nobody has had to get sober.
No.
No. Okay. Well, then you shouldn't like this guy, Sarah.
Oh, well, we have a arrangement that he can't do this around me.
He can't drink around you.
He can't drink. He can't smoke.
Why are you freaked out about it? Has he been out of control with it?
Well, here's when I'm not there because I know about it from friends.
Well, let's just say, what I mean is
maybe he's not alcoholic. Maybe he's just binging on alcohol.
Maybe, I mean, what I'm saying is what do you care if the guy has a couple of beers while you're with him? Why does that freak you out?
Well, I don't mind if he has a couple, but he can't stop, so I can't let him start.
Okay, so he has had some episodes in front of you.
No, not an episode. I've seen him drunk before.
You've seen him drunk in a very negative way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, goofball.
And he has told you that if he starts, he can't stop? Sarah?
Not an episode. He just said some stuff that, like, I guess he's been thinking that he told me, and it just upset me, but that was a while ago.
But Sarah, he tells you that if he starts drinking, he can't stop?
Yeah, he can't. He admits he's an alcoholic.
Okay.
All right.
And this is your biological father and mother together?
Oh, yeah.
And you've not been around any alcoholics when you're growing up?
Not at all. They've been married for 25 years, and I've never seen any of my family drunk.
Huh. All right.
Huh.
Well, this ain't the guy for you then, Sarah.
So I just have to find a different person?
I think so. The guy's 20, he's dating a 17-year-old, and he's an alcoholic. And he got loaded and told you some hurtful things, right?
Yeah, once before.
Yeah, okay. Stop minimizing it, goddammit. I've been trying to get that out of you the whole night. And it was like, no, he gets drunk. Well, he gets drunk when he's alone, but I won't tolerate it in front of me. And I kept wanting to figure out why you won't tolerate it if he goes and drinks alone and you don't experience it. But the guy got drunk and he said some horrible things.
Right.
Right. Okay. Maybe you're...
we all want to know what he said.
What did he say?
He said that he wanted a sexual relationship, and I had told him before we even started dating that I wasn't going to have sex with him for at least like 6 months into the relationship.
That's not the world's worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, but he knew how important it was for me to not and
have sex.
seem like
Why?
Made me feel like trash.
Okay. All right, Sarah. Something's going on with you, Sarah. What is it?
Definitely kill the sexual flow.
Nothing's going on.
Nothing? No sexual abuse?
Well, when I was little, my older brother, raped me.
That's perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
It's not.
Oh, no, it's
so
not.
there's
Okay.
our deal.
How old's your older brother?
He's, 21.
Does he use drugs or alcohol?
Huh?
Does he use drugs or alcohol?
Him? No.
Well, what is up with the family? I mean, everything's perfect except for the brother rapes you?
That is the only thing.
That is not an only thing. That is never an only thing, okay?
No, I promise you.
No, I promise you too.
Well, what? Does your brother have a brain tumor?
No. No.
How old were you when he did this?
It was like second grade.
Oh, there's something really up in your family. I know you're a massive denial about it, Sarah, but you just step back and look at it. You got to get honest. Something is up.
All right. Yeah.
Even if it's just massive levels of denial that they can't deal with.
Sounds like a whole family of denial.
Never miss
We gotta
the vibe.
go. We gotta go.
Relax
out.
over there.
Hey, they're in my head going go go go. For some reason they gotta go.
Oh, all right.
All right.
We'll take a break.
All right, okay.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, it is Loveline, and that is it with the show. Ice-T tomorrow night, Blink 182 the night after that. Cress Williams, everybody.
Thank you.
A very good guest.
Oh, cool. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we had a nice time with you. Best of luck on ER. And the new movie coming up on BET. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew over here. Yeah. Saying Masquerade, yes, I'm sorry. That is the name of the movie that is going to be on BET. Thank you. Anderson, until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.